All right, so the president of UPenn resigns after being ousted as a woke, insane leftist. Yeah, after that testimony she had at the congressional hearing the other day. I don't blame her. Yeah, she was outed as an insane, woke leftist. Elon Musk is considering reinstating Alex Jones, folks. Alex Jones may be coming back to the mainstream. You never know. Why was he gone in the first place? Well, he was saying some insane shit himself. He can come out as being quite the insane rightist, if that is the correct way to say it. It's not. It's not the correct way at all. I was just saying that. But what's up, folks? How the hell's your day going? I hope y'all having a pretty good day. I am feeling really weird right now. For some reason, I don't know what's going on, but I don't feel very good. So if this video comes off as a little bit strange, that's probably why. I'm a little bit dizzy and I don't know what the hell is the problem. Kind of a slow news day, so we're just going to go ahead and just jump right into it. I mean, why the hell not? You know what I'm saying? Hunter Biden says, Republicans are trying to kill me to destroy my father's presidency. Well, I have a little bit to say about that headline. And to Hunter Biden, no, your father is doing a pretty good job of destroying himself, but you are definitely not helping. I will say that much. You're not helping at all. President Biden's son, Hunter Biden, said Republicans are trying to use him to destroy his father's presidency while speaking out during an interview about the attacks against him. What attacks may you be referring to? Are you talking about all the charges that are being brought against you because you're not so great of a person and have done a lot of illegal shit? Oh, those attacks. Yeah. The younger Biden spoke to musician Moby on his podcast, Moby Pod, for an interview that came out just a day after he was charged with tax crimes in California in his second indictment. That's right. He has more tax evasion charges coming. These are felony charges versus the misdemeanor charges that he had before. He says, what they're trying to do is they're trying to kill me, knowing that it'll be a pain greater than my father could be able to handle, and so therefore destroying a presidency in that way, Hunter Biden said in the interview published Friday. No, nobody's trying to kill you. That's just how the law works. When you break the law and you commit crimes, generally prosecutors, district attorneys, they come after you for those crimes because we have laws for a reason. I realize that it's not about me. Oh, no, it is about you. It is also about Joe Biden, but it is about you specifically because I can say if you would have done nothing wrong whatsoever, they might try to attack you, but you wouldn't have tax evasion charges. I can promise you that. And then the second thing that I realize is that these people are just sad. Very, very sick people that have most likely just faced traumas in their lives that they've decided that they are going to turn into an evil that they decide that they're going to inflict on the rest of the world, he added. I hate how they word some of this stuff sometimes, and like I said, folks, I'm feeling kind of weird, so I apologize, struggling through some of this. But to that I must say, no, sorry, that's just copium. You can cope with this however you like. If you want to call these people evil for coming after criminals, what does that really say about you? I'm just saying. When Moby asked why he doesn't defend himself more publicly, Hunter Biden said he was told it would only add fuel to the fire and to keep a low profile while he's under investigation. Yeah, you don't want to go off half-cocked and say a bunch of dumb stuff like Trump is doing. It is very entertaining to watch Trump go after some of these people, I ain't gonna lie. I'm loving every single minute of it. You know, he's got gag orders getting put in place on him and then taken off and then put back in place and then taken back off. It's like, what in the hell is going on with Trump? Trump is just a circus of all kinds of entertainment, I tell you that. If anything, he is very, very entertaining. Now he said he's speaking out to help people struggle with addiction. Well, admirable, but Too little, too late, buddy. The younger Biden also said, we're definitely not in the aftermath yet. No, you're definitely not in the aftermath yet of the attacks against him, as his father is still in office and running for a second term at the White House, which he's never going to get. I'm sorry. Joe Biden, anybody backing Joe Biden is insane. If you look at Joe Biden and say, yes, he is very good for the president, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. You're not all there. You're lying to yourself, or you are, there's something wrong with you. I'll stop hoping for an end to this, because as long as my dad is president of the United States, they're not going to stop, he said. He called it a struggle to maintain a well-ordered life when he's attacked daily. Yeah, welcome to that life. Yeah, imagine how Trump feels and Trump's family. Trump's son, I think, which one was it? Trump Jr. was the most subpoenaed person by Congress ever. Yeah. Oh, that's a great record to hold, huh? Being the most subpoenaed person ever. He said right-wing media has harassed him and parked outside of his family home in the past, including during the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic when his son, Beau, was just 1 year old. Beau, named for his deceased uncle, is now 3 years old. Why did they put that? Do they think people cannot do simple math? Why would we even want to do the math on that? That I don't get. They just add stupid crap into some of these stories. It doesn't make sense. We became prisoners by virtue of that, Biden said. Moby said at the top of his interview that Hunter is a friend and that they met through recovery. Oh, good on them. President Biden's son, in his second indictment from Special Counsel David Weiss, will face 3 felony tax charges in relation to tax evasion and filing a false return, as well as 6 misdemeanor charges for failure to pay taxes between 2016 and 2019. Should have paid your taxes, buddy. Shouldn't have been taking all that foreign business dealing money from China and Burisma and all that other shit. The charges come as Biden is facing congressional scrutiny over his business dealings and a subpoena for a deposition next week in connection with their impeachment inquiry. The House Oversight Committee has demanded his testimony in a December 13th closed session, but the younger Biden has offered to testify only in a public setting. Yeah, that's not how this works, buddy. I've talked about this before, and you don't get to dictate terms to the government. I don't care if your dad is, the top guy. Yeah, I don't care if your dad is the president. You still don't get to dictate terms to Congress. Congress is the body of the people, and you're not going to tell us what to do. Well, that's what Comer said, at least. Earlier this year, Biden was set to plead guilty to 2 misdemeanor charges of willfully failure to pay taxes, as well as enter a diversion program in connection with a gun crime, but the plea deal fell apart. Yeah, see, that's kind of misleading right there. The plea deal didn't fall apart. That plea deal could have possibly put that judge in prison, because that plea deal offered all kinds of immunities for crimes that Hunter Biden hasn't committed. It offered immunities from the crimes that he has committed. And it also offered immunity for several people connected with those crimes. In other words, made possible co-conspirators. There was no way in hell she could have allowed that plea deal to go through. So it was outright rejected by this judge, and rightly so. She could have been disbarred and criminally charged if she would have allowed that plea deal to go through. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, go look up that plea deal. It was insane that they even thought that this was a good idea to bring this plea deal. Crazy. That just shows how corrupt the Biden administration is. Of course, it's not Biden himself. It's David Weiss. But, that falls under the purview of Merrick Garland, who should be impeached, to be honest. The House is preparing to take a vote next week to formalize its impeachment inquiry into the president, and part of its probe reviews Weiss's investigation from his son, following claims from the two IRS whistleblowers that the special counsel's team mismanaged the prosecution and slow-walked the case. Yeah, and wouldn't let them investigate Joe Biden at all. Hunter Biden's work for Burisma is at the center of the House GOP's impeachment probe based on allegations that Biden, as vice president, deliberately used government policy to benefit his son's work.
They were walking out to press conference. I said, no, I'm not going to, we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch. Got fired.
Republicans have probed whether the president benefited from his son's foreign policy dealings, an accusation that the White House has repeatedly denied. Of course they're going to deny it. I would deny it. You're not going to outright just admit to the president of the United States being corrupt. No, of course not. That doesn't mean he's not corrupt, though. These people are insane, some of them, and some of this stuff that's going on, I'm just kind of loving every minute of it, if you will. And, you know, far be it from me to shorten people's entertainment, but like I said, I'm not really feeling all that well. I'm still kind of dizzy. I'm surprised I haven't fell over. So that's all I got for this one, you guys. Let me know what y'all think about all this. Is the GOP just going after Hunter Biden because it's Joe Biden's son? Or are they going after Hunter Biden because Hunter Biden actually committed crimes? Let me know what you think down in the comment section. And y'all have a pretty good day. And be positive. Peace.